Hello all YouTubers, I am the Weather Dude. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank God for tuning back into this presentation for June 19th, 2019. As always, please don't forget to subscribe and also ring the bell notifications to never miss one of my videos again. And please don't forget to look in the description for other videos of mine with superior weather content that you won't find anywhere else. And please watch the whole video because today's video will be about the pop-up thunderstorms that are taking place across the Midwest, the South Central, and the Mid-Atlantic and Northeast as well. So pretty much the eastern third of the United States is being taken over with pop-up thunderstorms today. So we're going to start off with the NAM 3 cam. This was at 1 o'clock, which is about 22 minutes ago. So this is about 20 or 25 minutes old. But I can just go to 2 o'clock here. And we really have an area of strong thunderstorms here, starting to take shape on the panhandle of Florida. And actually, let me zoom in on that, because it's very stormy right now at the Florida Panhandle. Let's zoom in closer on that. And yeah, a lot of reds and forming the shape of a line as well. If we look at the 2 meter dew points, let's actually look at that, and they're in the 70s, well into the 70s, low 70s, maybe mid 70s near the coast. So we definitely have a very soupy environment, if you want to call it that. But it's dumping a lot of rainfall, and the storms that hit the eastern third of the country today could produce a lot of rain. Rain and hail will be the big threats. And just that line of thunderstorms could bring as much as, look at this, 2 to 4 inches of rain in such a short period of time. That is definitely going to cause some flooding. So we have to be very cautious across this area. You're going to see a lot of flooding potentially working its way in. So let's actually go back to 2 o'clock, which is 6. So yes, 18Z, here we go, 2 o'clock. Here's another batch of storms there in Missouri. But I'm actually going to zoom in on the Northeast as well. We're going to take a look at all, the cyclonic vortices, how much energy is in the atmosphere. You can see these little pop-up storms across near the Appalachian Mountains. The Appalachians, I forget how to say. I think it's Appalachian Mountains. The Appalachian chain. But here comes more thunderstorms. Ohio and Indiana and Kentucky. I actually had video on AccuWeather this morning. There was a creek. It was Dry Creek. I forget where it was. It was in Kentucky, which is like right here. It was called Dry Creek. There was nothing dry about it, that's for sure. But yes, it was called Dry Creek, and it was overflowing really bad. So we don't need any more rain, especially in Kentucky, from the looks of it. And again, eastern central Pennsylvania, we have a lot of pop-up thunderstorms. That's going to be the main story here. They work their way through the Philadelphia area right here, and that's actually at 7Z, which is 3 o'clock in the morning on Thursday. 4 o'clock in the morning, 5, 6. This is 6 o'clock in the morning. This is 8. And you can see a lot of storms there in northeastern Ohio. So by the time Friday should be the calming time, when everything's all done and settled. So by the time Friday comes around, Friday's all done, some areas could pick up a lot of rain. We're talking about a lot. Okay, you might see all these light purples, whatever you want to call it, pinkish colors. You're like, oh, it's only 2 to 4 inches. Yes, but if it falls in a very short amount of time, like it's forecast to, could have a lot of trouble. And especially across the Northeast. Look at this. Widespread 2 to 4 plus here, from Buffalo, New York, all the way through Maine, and Indiana and Ohio. You can see even a couple areas pick up near 6 inches right there in central Ohio. Okay, near DC, Baltimore could pick up about 2 inches, but it's just the fact that it's falling in such a short period of time. I think that's gonna be the main thing here to worry about. Let me actually zoom out a little bit so we can get the cyclonic vorticities. Let's go to eastern United States. Before I do that, though, I'd like to take you guys to the HRR loop, and you can see more thunderstorms lifting across Philadelphia right here, as you can see, and the upper level disturbance. And on Thursday, it's going to slow trek through the Northeast, and then once it comes along with that cold front, that's when the real thunderstorms kick in on Thursday. Let's actually zoom out to the eastern United States. Let's actually pull up the. We'll do Z500. It seems like it's not providing 850, so we'll do 500 millibar. Let's actually go all the way back. So there's going to be a lot of energy. There's definitely a lot of moisture in the atmosphere. Very soupy environment. And that's why the flooding threat and the hail threats are going to be very high. And let's actually check this out. And you can see definitely a lot of upper energy in the atmosphere. A lot of oranges and reds. Or actually the reds especially, going to really kick off those storms. And then once the upper level low passes by Thursday and then Friday, you can get a little dip in the jet stream. And everything will calm down as we head into Friday. It should be cool, but it won't be too cold. Okay, we have even some flash flood warnings actually in western Illinois. But from western Pennsylvania back towards Missouri, down to Kentucky, flash flood watches. And also from northern Delaware through extreme southern New York, we also have a flash flood watch in effect. 1 to 3 inches plus in a short amount of time of rainfall, and it's really going to do some damage. And just looking at the storms on the radar right now, just look how slow these individualized little cells are moving across Pennsylvania here. And these ones are going to really just do some damage. And let's actually go to the 1 hour rainfall loop on the National Weather Service Enhanced Radar. And we can see how much these storms are dumping in an hour's time. And you can see some of these storms, that light green, maybe a ½ inch to an inch, some of these cells are producing in 1 hour. Especially this one cell right here. Just to the north of Westminster, Maryland, around York, Pennsylvania. Just to the southwest of there. Yes, a ½ inch to an inch in 1 hour. So, but mostly, a lot of these cells that are popping up are producing about a ¼ of an inch of rain an hour, which is still pretty bad. But some of the cells not too long ago that popped up in eastern Pennsylvania and into New Jersey were producing 4 to 5 inches of rain in 1 hour. So very, very scary stuff. Very scary. You don't want to be trapped in a flash flood. You can see central southern Pennsylvania just widespread, but the storms aren't widespread. We're just seeing widespread storms just pop up thunderstorms. Okay, from western Pennsylvania all the way through about Lancaster, Lancaster to Pittsburgh. And let's actually look at the 1 hour rainfall with some of these cells. And actually, let's see. They're producing just about the same. You can see widespread light blues, but they're traced to about a 1/10 of an inch in 1 hour. But again, a lot of these cells that are popping up are producing about a ¼ of an inch of rain by the hour, which can still produce some flooding, some pretty bad flooding. So for today, enhanced red is going to be near Dallas and the Arklatex. That's your enhanced area, but slight from southern Indiana down through Texas. Also western South Dakota and northeastern Wyoming. Going to be in the threat for severe weather. Then tomorrow the slight risk shifts. Pretty much all of Pennsylvania, northern Delaware, D.C., Baltimore, Hagerstown, western Maryland there. Then the Carolinas, northeastern Georgia, around Atlanta, and around Omaha, Nebraska have the slight threat of severe weather for tomorrow. And then for Friday? Yes, Friday. So Friday, basically just this little area. Central western Iowa, northern Missouri, southwestern Minnesota. As we had kind of like that upper curve in the jet stream, allowed that heat to surge in, and then the thunderstorms just build off of that. Mesoscale discussion. A gradual increase and intensification of storms possible through mid-late afternoon, perhaps accompanied by some risk for potentially damaging wind gusts. That is true for central Illinois, eastern Illinois, like all of central Indiana, and western Ohio, in that brown outlined area. And actually, I can actually go to the Storm Prediction Center because we have about another minute and see if there's any other mesoscale discussions to look over. But by the weekend, early next week, I don't see any severe weather potentially. Let's see, mesoscale, and that is the only mesoscale discussion that we have right now. So thunderstorm threats will be high. Okay, it's just everybody please be careful. And the snowpack in California is high too, as I recently learned. Still got a couple or even a few feet on the ground. So that's great. Listen to me, people. If you're in California, again, I don't mean to say this in kind of like a not mean voice, but if you live in California, stock up on your water now because you're going to need it when fire season comes around. Just a quick tip. Please consider watching my video about the sun protection that I did yesterday. Please subscribe and ring the bell notifications. Share this video and my previous video with all your friends. I am Do Other Dude, signing off. Till next time. Thank you for watching.